And we are back with Evolve, and you know what a wonderful show this is. We never give Evolve enough credit because if you watch this channel or this specific review, you know we all love Evolve around here, and it's just such an amazing show. It brings me so much joy. It's so short but so much happens and it's always entertaining, and I just love talking about it. So you know, just a random gratitude to Evolve. But let's get into what actually happens on the show. It opens with Tate Wilder already in the ring calling out Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins. He's upset that they attacked him in the parking lot and that they're such bitches. They can't even face him to his face. They do actually come out with Kai Kavari. I can't remember what his old name was, but he was the guy that showed up in the 5-on-5 match and just did nothing. He was there randomly. Like, I remember he had some weird ass name, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Thank God, because if it's that bad, it's probably good that I can't remember. But Harley Riggins and Cam Hendricks essentially just send him into the ring, and he's actually pretty good. He's not amazing, because we then have a Tate Wilder Kai Kavari match. He's not anything special, but he held himself pretty good. It's way better than his last performance where he was just jumped into the ring, started beating everybody up, and as soon as things got wrong, he tagged out. At least this was a much better performance, but naturally, he succumbs to Tate Wilder, who picks up the victory and immediately throws him out of the ring after the match. Tate Wilder wants to keep going. He wants to have at Harley Riggins and Cam Hendricks, but they don't give that to him. So I'm really enjoying this feud. This is obviously going to end with Cam Hendricks versus Tate Wilder, but man, am I excited for a Harley Riggins Tate Wilder match. That seems fire, man. This whole thing, like both matches, I want to see both matches. I'm so hyped for this because, like, obviously Tate Wilder is cool, but as a massive Harley Riggins and Cam Hendricks fan and how great they're on the ring, I'm so ready for this, man. Feed it to me. Then over to the very next match, which is Lince Dorado going up against Mike Cunningham, and I feel so bad for Mike Cunningham all throughout the match. Mike Cunningham was trying to hype the crowd up. He's trying to do his catchphrases, do everything, try and get the crowd behind him. Nobody gave a single damn about what he was doing. And then Lince Dorado just starts making a comeback. He didn't even make a comeback. He just got the upper hand again, and the crowd was so behind him. So I feel so bad for Mike Cunningham. He was trying his best, but the people were just not buying him. And he's great. Mike Cunningham is great. Like, I would have gone behind him, but maybe that's just my biases towards Mike Cunningham. But Mike Cunningham does everything in the book. He tries his very best, every power move he has in the books, but Lince Dorado just keeps kicking out, and eventually Mike Cunningham does lose through a roll-up, which is kind of ironic. Mike Cunningham was doing everything, he was throwing everything he had into this match, but he loses through a roll-up, which was kind of ironic. But after the match, Lince Dorado is congratulated by Chewy, and Mike Cunningham says that this was not a loss to him, this was just a learning experience, and he shakes Lince Dorado's hand. So once again, everybody, Alex, I know you guys on POWF, you guys keep trying to make Mike Cunningham a villain. He's not a villain, he's the nicest guy out there, so you guys should really stop. He's a cool guy, he's not gonna turn heel, he's gonna be the biggest babyface ever in wrestling. Whether I'm being sarcastic or not, you will never know. But now let's discuss the women's division. As is announced soon, we will be having an eliminator match, basically what we had on NXT last night, to crown a brand new women's champion. And also in 2 weeks, or next week, not in 2 weeks, sorry, in next week, we will be debuting a bunch of new male wrestlers all over North America and Europe. We're going to be debuting, so that's going to be fun. But let's specifically talk about the women's division. So next week, we're going to have a fatal 4-way match, which is going to be PJ Vasa versus Laynie Luck versus Nikkita Lyons versus Wendy Choo. And the winner of that match will be the last person to enter in that eliminator match. Now, following this match, we have Kali Armstrong going up against Mason Holiday. And, you know, as much as I want to talk about this match, because as soon as Kali Armstrong came out and Mason Holiday was in here, I was like, okay, this is going to be one fire-ass match. You know, it was a squash match with Kali Armstrong. Unfortunately, because I really like Mason Holiday, I want to see Mason Holiday do more, but it was a squash match, and Kali Armstrong was pissed. And even commentary said that apparently only the women in that fatal 4-way match are going to be in this eliminator match. So apparently all the other people that are going to be in the eliminator match are probably going to be some of the new signings, because we've had a lot of new women's signings, which is quite exciting. Kali Armstrong then goes backstage. She's pissed. She wants into this match. She wanted to take the belt off of Kendall Gray, but Timothy Thatcher, he comes to agreement that next week Kali Armstrong will be added to that match. It's going to be a 5-way match. So what has me wondering is then, like, what happens to a wrestler like Tyra May Steele or Layla Diggs? Do they just not get the opportunity to fight for this? Or are is Tyra May Steele already in the eliminator match, but we're just not addressing that at all? Because I don't mind if it's just a bunch of new women. Like, that's completely fine with me, because I'm excited to see the women's division rise up, because it started as the best part of Evolve, but like it's kind of lost a lot of wrestlers recently. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen, because you know, next week's 5-person match could very well be that women's championship match. It has enough star power in it to be that. So I'm just wondering, why are we excluding so many women? Because again, I don't mind all the new women, but you'd think you want your established stars to be at the top of the brand. Either way, I'm excited for either result because I just love women's wrestling, man. We also have another pre-taped segment of The Privileged, Braxton Cole, and I'll admit, you know, I'm buying into it. He's playing the role very well, which is great. Number one step in making this gimmick work. I'm excited to see how it plays out into ring. I'm still not sure how you translate this into the ring necessarily, but hey, I'm excited for it. I'm slowly but surely buying myself into whatever Braxton Cole is doing. I think it might work. Then we have Cappuccino Jones versus Brooks Jensen. You guys know my feelings about Brooks Jensen, so we're gonna speed through this match. Brooks Jensen and Cappuccino Jones have a fine match. I sat through this match. It was fine. It was whatever. They end up outside of the ring. The referee tries to pull them both back into the ring. Brooks Jensen, Cappuccino Jones both shove the referee away. The match gets thrown out, and Brooks Jensen attacked Cappuccino Jones with a cowbell. So apparently we're going to have a bull rope cowbell match. There, you know, if you're interested in that, I'm clapping my hands for you, but personally, I don't care. You know, I'm not interested in whatever we're doing here. It's boring. Once again, that's just for me. Again, the match was fine, but I'm not invested in Brooks Jensen, and nor do I necessarily want to see a cowbell match between the two of them, or a bull rope match, whatever you want to call it. It's just not for me, and Brooks Jensen hasn't been for me for a while, and sure, he's fine, right? I might be overreacting. I just think we need to like completely change up whatever he is for me to really buy into Brooks Jensen again. And then to end the show, it is your world champion, Evolve world champion Aaron Rourke, coming out to have a really great celebration. I'm glad that they just gave him some time to speak his heart, because it was really long but really emotional, and you know, it made me really connect with Aaron Rourke. And I think that's what Evolve does so well. Like, whatever you feel about Evolve, whether you watch it or not, they do a very great job at building their characters and making you relate to their characters. Their heels are always entertaining, and their baby faces are always relatable, fun, and likable. And Aaron Rourke, he's just the definition of that. And I really love this promo from Aaron Rourke. He did great. I really bought into him, and man, I support Aaron Rourke with everything I have. I know I've always been supportive of him, but kind of iffy on how I feel about him. But as of right now, man, you know, I have all my eggs in the Aaron Rourke basket. Except after this, Harlem Lewis is shown backstage, and Harlem Lewis is coming after that championship. So like, you know, as much as I'm into Aaron Rourke, you know, Harlem Lewis is there too, and you guys know I really like Harlem Lewis. So like, it's gonna be a great feud. And that is Evolve for you tonight. And if I have to give this episode rating, man, it's a 10 out of 10. You heard all my positivity throughout the show. Even the Brooks Jensen and Cappuccino Jones match, as much as I'm not into it, it was a good match. I can't lie about that. So it's just, you know, it was a great episode. Even my personal biases can't help but say that a really amazing episode. So I have to give it a 10 out of 10. And if you like this review, I cover TNA, NXT, and Evolve every single week. I'm also going to start covering AAA on the weekends, along with a podcast of PWF every Thursday night. So if that's your kind of thing, tune into that. We just talk about it for 2 hours. So leave a like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.